So here I am at the National Portrait Gallery, and your task today is to learn about portraits while observing and analyzing and interpreting firsthand the works of some really great artists. If you're concerned about where to eat, the gallery has a beautiful courtyard, and you can see there are several tables and also those large white benches, so that's where we will be eating our lunches. A must-see for your museum visit today will be this fantastic museum, mixed media construction by David Beck. And as you move in close, you're going to see lots of miniature portraits. For my GT art students that were building architecture this year, you'll have a really great appreciation for what this artist has done. Be sure, too, as you're viewing this exhibit, not to miss on the wall over here a really nice information video about the piece and also the artist. Another cool thing, check out all of these really cool eyes. I don't know if you can get a good view of this because of the glare, but really awesome, unique work, fascinating. Through your visit today, you're going to be able to gain ideas and inspiration for your own future works of art. You'll be learning some things about history, about culture, about society, all based on what you're seeing today. Through your visit today, you're going to be learning different ideas and inspiration for your own works of art that you'll be creating in the future. Lots of different media to see and check out, and lots of different subject matters. Do you recognize these two people? Look at the looseness in this painting and the heightened color of which president? And in other cases, look at the tightness of the work and the attention to detail of other artists such as Norman Rockwell, compared to the very loose brushwork of Elaine de Kooning. And you can see the size of her brush must have been quite large in order to make such brushstrokes. Today you will be analyzing, thinking about, and interpreting the many works that you see here at the museum. Portraits have a great power to document history, culture, and society. So be on the lookout for what cues you can find that will tell you about these wonderful things. Here's a portrait of Marian Anderson. Make sure that you look up close at the different pieces of information next to each image, and make sure you read about what you're looking at to become an informed artist. Think about how artists use their art elements and their design principles to create mood, idea, or emotion in their artworks. These are three caricatures of Richard Nixon, done in a sculpture medium, Gerald Ford, and lastly, Jimmy Carter. Those of you intending to go to Carver next year, there's a portrait of George Washington Carver. Be sure to read about and learn about who he was. Any guesses as to who this famous American historical figure is? What clues, based on art elements and design principles, give this away? Today, I hope you're going to discover a piece of artwork that you can really connect with and relate to. This is an artwork that I found that I've never seen before of the actor Christopher Reeves, who was injured in an equestrian accident. And the artist's name is Sasha Neely. And I'm just drawn in by not only the subject matter and how intense the artist portrays Christopher Reeves in the wheelchair, but also how he elevates people who are less fortunate, who are deemed as having handicaps, to such a heroic level. It's a pretty large painting. And I also love the way that the artist manipulates the material. You can see scratching. I love brushwork. The color is not all of that exciting. It's pretty underplayed. It's somewhat neutral. But I also love the lighting of the subject matter and the intensity in the eyes, which you can't see all that well from here, but I just love the information. Taking a break and going outside, I love the out of the window scene where it's very light and golden light, sort of like a sunset, maybe in the evening, maybe early morning. And just the different things that are also in the interior scenes, such as this sailboat and this very decorative piece right here. And I'm not sure, this almost looks like a fire hydrant there on the bottom left, but I'm not really sure what that is. But you can see too the life supports that are connected to the wheelchair, such as the tube here in the back. Makes it very, very interesting. Love the texture in the sweater and the different values that he uses, a nice range of values, but then a very light, bright face and color. Beautifully drawn, beautifully painted, and beautifully thought out subject matter. I love this painting. The beautiful third floor of the National Portrait Gallery. Be sure not to miss not only the wonderful portraits of contemporaries, Americans, but also the beautiful architecture as well. Another non-miss sensation is the Nam June Paik exhibit. Fascinating work using contemporary and old things. Be sure not to miss the Drawing on the Edge exhibit on the first floor, and head on up to the portrait competition on the second floor. Don't miss either one today.